In this week's podcast, we're going to be looking at creating digital worksheets. For this, we're going to be using Google Slides. Many people think that Google Slides is just for presentations, but actually it's a really powerful tool in making great looking documents and interactive worksheets. So we're going to explore taking a paper-based worksheet, turning that into something digital and sharing that with our students. So here we have a traditional worksheet, printed, black and white or colour if you're feeling flush. The content may be great, but there's little function beyond students writing the responses to the questions or completing the activities provided. If we're to bring this worksheet online, the possibilities are far greater, and we can start to connect other online resources, making the interaction more engaging and making student learning more visible. So here's the same activity but now brought online with Google Slides. The reason that I favour slides over docs is the ability to create objects and move them around the screen easily. You can also layer objects, bring them to the front, send them to the back, and everything in between. So the matching exercise that we had on the paper version was to draw a line matching the animal to its habitat. But in slides, this becomes more interactive, allowing the students to pick up the object and place it, matching it to its habitat. Not exactly deep learning, but it's probably more interesting than drawing a line. We can also begin to integrate GIFs, which are looped animated images, again being more engaging than a static black and white or colour image. Hyperlinks to Google Maps allow students to explore and discover further information. So the African plains I've linked into Google Maps, and the students can actually go and explore and find out a little bit more about the habitats, maybe see some images, some landscape, or some more animals which may live on the African plains, making it a little bit more authentic. So secondly, the students can edit direct onto this slide, so you can easily make text and image placeholders and also provide differentiated support. So if a student doesn't understand the term adjective or needs a recap, you can link to resources that you have created or that someone else has.
Adjective. A word used to describe a noun or a pronoun or add to its meaning.
If you use goo.gl, you can also see the number of clicks that link has had, which gives you great feedback as to where students are with their learning. You can also guide them with extended notes. Often, a side of A4 paper is never enough, and you don't want to overload the students with information, but it's easy to create notes around the slide to provide further help or hints and tips. Finally, as the resource is in slides, it's great for whole class demonstration. You can quickly go into present mode to run through this activity as a whole class, or you can use it to present back students' work. So here are my tips to get you going. Go to Google Slides and create a blank presentation. Give it a title, and then you want to come and set up the page layout. Now if you go down to File, Page Setup, change from widescreen, and you can go to Custom. 21 centimeters by 29.7. That will make it fit portrait resources, which many worksheets are. So from here you can change the background colour. So I'm going to select a nice pale colour for the background. Let's go for a blue. And then you can draw your text boxes. Again, if you want to make these white or coloured, you can place borders around these, easily to pick up and move around the page. My other top tip is to use tables. So if you wanted to have a question with responses, you can quickly draw up a grid, have your questions over here, and the student answers over here. Again, to recolour that, it's very quick. And if you want to grid that, again, very easy to do. Easy to resize and position exactly where you want. To add an image, insert image. You can search or insert from Google Drive. Again, very fast for you to resize and arrange on the page. If you want to put a side note on, then you can type directly in the slide notes. And sometimes I use post-it notes from the shape gallery. These are particularly good if you want to draw attention to things. And you double click to type and format it however you like. You can also use arrows, which is very useful for highlighting things for students. When you're finished designing your resource, you need to share the slide through Google Classroom, creating a new copy for each student. If you're not there yet with Google Classroom, the other way is to share this resource. Anyone at St Christopher's can view, not edit, view. Copy the link, open up a new tab, paste the link in there, and you'll see right at the end there's a / and then it says edit USP sharing. Get rid of that and type the word copy. Select the link again, copy that back to the clipboard, and what this does is it forces a copy of that document into the student's Google Drive. And if I open up a new tab and paste that new link, Google's going to ask me if I want to copy that document. So that's going to take a copy of the teacher resource and it's going to put it into the student's Google Drive. This means that they can then edit it and it becomes an online worksheet. Again, if you want to make that link shorter for students, you could go into goo.gl, paste the link there, make sure it says copy at the end, press shorten the link, and that short link now is going to make me copy the document. So that's the end of the session. I hope you found that useful. As always, please share with me anything that you create, and if you need any help, please get in contact with me. Thanks a lot. Bye.